What's poppin' icons? Regal Cartier here with a quick rant and revelations with Regal. And I want to talk about divinity. You know, it's kind of like a buzzword now. Everybody's talking about how everything is divine and things like that. But when you look up the definition of divinity, it means of God. Of God. And I'm just here to remind you that you are of God. Our divinity is a gift. And one of the reasons for me, you know, I really don't rock with the church, and I am not gonna bash Christianity because I don't know enough about the origin of any of it to really go there. But I will say the church. I don't like how the church teaches that everybody to be meek, you know, to continue to thinking that you are unworthy of God's love, of life, of the abundance, but glory to God that you get it anyway. Now hear me clear. God is worthy of all praise, exaltation, worship. The Almighty Creator deserves all of it. But what I want us to understand as a people, that the Almighty Creator thought enough of us, and I guess this is for my Christian folks too. I want you to start seeing yourself the way God sees you. And I know that that's something that's said in the church, but I also don't feel like the church always follows up with the right mindset behind that. God thought enough of you to sacrifice his only begotten son, 222 on the clock, because you were worthy. To save you. So why on God's green earth do you keep telling yourself that you were unworthy when God already told you that you were? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't be understanding. And I wish the church would focus on that. They want us to believe that we are just yet sinners. No, I'm divine, baby. I am of God. God created me. And it's not to have a God complex. You are only divine because God gave you the divinity. And I remember God gave me an analogy one time when I was thinking about this. Imagine you give your son or daughter, your siblings, no, you give your son or daughter a gift, right? It's this magnificent gift of life. If they open it, utilize it, tap into it, it will unlock their wildest dreams and desires. They will live a life of love, prosperity, peace. That life that they live will then activate others to start living the same type of life. But all they have to do is walk in it. Yet every day they have unlimited access to this gift. They never use it because I can't even open it. I ain't even worthy. You know? I'm not even worthy. I'm just a sinner. I can't even. They feel shame when they come around that gift in the same room as it, because the presence of it, the light of it, shines light on all the ways in which they feel inadequate to even have it, to be in the presence of it, right? Instead of allowing that light to shine on all their darkness and say, but I am still worthy. And I just don't feel like we do enough teaching about loving yourself in the church, really owning and accepting who you are, which is God's child. How dare you walk into rooms feeling like you don't belong there? How dare you still keep saying you are unworthy of anything when God already said that you was worthy of everything. God gave you his divinity, their divinity. That is the ultimate supreme gift. But we are taught not to walk into it. And there's just so many times that I feel like God is just trying to tell us, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And we always think about loving our neighbor. But hello, you must first love yourself in order to love your neighbor. And we be out here trying to big people up without taking the adequate time to big ourselves up. Because we are divine. God gave us that. And like I was saying, how would you feel if your daughters, your son, nieces and nephews never ever walked into their power because their entire lives they were taught to believe that they were unworthy of that power? You know, God told us that we are divine. And just like in the Bible, in the biblical times, they were walking this earth and they was using this earth and the resources and tools that God put here for specific reasons. And they were tapping into their powers. They were making things happen. And I love the example of Jesus, because it literally is the blueprint of what we can do and how we can tap into our power and our divinity. And when you say that, like, you know, if I live right, I can do and be and live like Jesus lived. People look at you like you crazy, but it's like the whole thing of being a Christian is to be Christ-like. So how you want me to be Christ-like but not feel like I can do the same things that Jesus can do? It don't make no sense to me. And if God gave me the gift of divinity, of life, that means I have a purpose. And that purpose is to remember why I'm in here on this earth, accept that power and that divinity that God gave me, fully activate my power and walk in it unabashedly, unashamed, boldly. Come on now. And accept it. But too many people have too many different ideas of what it looks like and how it should be when we are all different. And that's the crazy part, is God put a little bit of something different in each of us. So although our human body looks the same, has the phalanges, you know what I'm saying? It has the gluteus, booteus, it has the pelvic, it has the heart, it has all the freaking functions that our human body needs to be present on this earth. An earth, mind you, that sits in the middle of infinite space, containing everything that we humans in this human body need to survive. And rock is just sitting there. And y'all telling me we ain't supposed to be some magical divine beings? The God that created me let me know that I was divine and I was magical. And if you start looking at your life, you will see that magic. The Bible tells you that the power of life and death lies in your own tongue, right? Really take an honest, reflective view, kick back on your life, and just peep game. The things that you complain about are the things that you were surrounded by. The things that you are constantly thinking of are the things that you're consumed by. They're going in over there. I'll never forget the Queen Poe was talking about manifesting, and she was telling us and teaching us that we are always manifesting. No matter which version of yourself you are in, you are always manifesting. And then it just makes you think. You can only manifest from the level of yourself that you believe that you are. So if you walking around, y'all, thinking you ain't nothing but a sinner and you unworthy, you don't deserve the life that you have, what you gonna get? Huh? What you gonna get? Think about the people that complain every time you see them about being surrounded by stupid motherfuckers, right? Or fucking idiots. Think about those people. They always seem to be surrounded by idiots, right? And dumb people. And I mean, if I don't like chicken, right? I'm not gonna always surround myself with chicken options of food because I don't like it, right? But I also wouldn't walk around talking about, I don't like chicken. I don't like chicken. I would be like, y'all got some steak? You know, a little shrimp? You know, a little crab meat? What y'all got? I want to know about the things that I want. And it made something so clear to me when I start thinking about that. Y'all, I can't even tell y'all how crazy it is, like the power that we have. And how we can literally think something into our reality. So the thoughts and the things that you think on and say on and talk on, you got to be intentional about that. I mean, it's been so cold. And it's crazy. I heard Sarah Jakes Roberts say, God is so reckless with meeting us where we at and really giving us the desire of our hearts no matter where we at. And that's crazy because I've literally, and this gonna maybe throw some people off, but whatever. I've literally had the type of porn I watch show up in my life. Like, look, that was just the porn I like. I didn't want this in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what it's the fantasy, God. It was a fantasy. You didn't have to deliver that to me that way. And y'all might be like, oh, that's crazy. God didn't deliver that to you. It's the devil. Yeah. Y'all call it the devil if you want to. All I'm saying is God gonna be like, baby, this what you want? All right. We can make that happen. And it's because you really thought on it and you harped on it and it literally manifested. And if you don't believe me, do this. Think about something. For the next 10 days, write it out on a piece of paper. When you go to sleep, put some intention into it. Hold it, the paper, be grateful for it. Say a prayer over it. Say what it is, what you're calling off. I'm so grateful to have this. And it could be anything. It could be mindset. It could be abundance. It could be money. It could be anything, a person. Be mindful. Don't be calling people in. Don't be doing that type of shit. But y'all do what y'all want to do. I ain't telling y'all what to do. But just be mindful. When you wake up, say thank you. Give gratitude. Give it some intention. Give it some energy. Do that. Do it for 10 days. Do it for 10 days. And watch it pop up in your life. Okay, it's 15 minutes.